Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. This video is purpose to complete our group assignment for Rkqs 1113A Ulum Quran section 6. We are from group 5, total with 4 members, and each of us have been assigned to choose two books Mabahis Ulum Quran in 6th century. My name is Siti Maisarah Syed Yusof. My matric number 2017554. The topic that I have choose is Ijaz fi Ulumul Quran. So for the first book I choose is Nihayah Ijaz by Fakhruddin Ar-Razi in 606th century. Fakhruddin Al-Din Muhammad Ibn Umar Ibn Al-Hasan Ibn Hussein Al-Baqi Al-Taimi Al-Qurashi Ar-Razi was his real name. He was known as Fakhruddin Ar-Razi or Ibn Khatib Ar-Rayyan as a metaphor for his father, who is a preacher Ar-Ray. He was born in 544th century in Ray, Iran, and descendant of Caliph Abu Bakr. Al-Razi died in 606th century, born in Herat, Afghanistan, and he was an imam on the Shafi'i commentator and encyclopedia scholar whose research, studies and writing extended from linguistic and mental humanities to pure science in physics, mathematics, medicine and astronomy. Therefore, in the last year of his life, he was called the Sheikh of Islam. His title Imam was common during his lifetime, and Omar mentioned him by his title, and his fame was already sufficient to mention to his name. So the second book that I have choose is Al-Tibyan fi Ilmi Al-Bayani Al-Mutallai Al-A'jaz Quran by Ibnu Al-Zamlikani in 651 century. His real name is Sheikh Kamal Al-Din Ibn Al-Zamlikani. He was one of the Sheikh Shafi'i in the Levant. He ended up leading the school of thought in teaching, issuing fatwas and debating. He died in Sahar on Wednesday, the 16th of the month of Ramadan in the year 727th century in the city of Belbis. And he was carried to Cairo and buried in Al-Khurafa on the Thursday night next to Imam Shafi'i grave. Among the approved manuscripts in the Darul al-Manhaj edition in Jeddah, Al-Nawawi Book of Remembrance is a manuscript written in the 695th century in the handwriting of Ibn Zamlikani, and it is the one of the holding of the Chester Beatty Library in Dublin, the capital of Ireland. The reason why I choose this topic because this topic was the most important aspect of the Quran and concern to attract the attention of science and scholars, namely the miracle of the Quran, Ijaz Quran, and its content in the language structure in which the Quran is addressed to humans, how it is a miracle that is no one can emulate. Scholars are busy with their tools to rebuild this system that takes the core and disembodied system where words are combined with the Holy Spirit so as to form the beautiful form of Quran. The benefit from the topic that I have chosen is of scientific Quran is a true witness of what His Muhammad SAW say about the creation Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala, and the Quran is the revelation of from words from Allah to humans. This comes through the complete compatibility between the scientific reference in the Quran and facts modern science, then expanding the understanding of the Quran. The use of information and scientific knowledge in interpreting the verse of the Quran will make the meaning of the verse clearer and perhaps more accurate than interpretation, then more rely on understanding metaphors. It will remain the same, but a scientific interpretation will be added to it. That is, the interpretation of the verse in the light of scientific information. Therefore, the meaning of the wisdom of some teachings and law content the Quran will better understood. So the comparison between these two books is Fakhruddin Ar-Razi write his book Nihayah Ijaz in 606th century, while Ibn Al-Zamlikani composed his Ijaz Al-Tibyan fi Ilmi Al-Bayani Al-Mutalla'u ala Ijaz Quran in 651st century. And Fakhruddin Ar-Razi transformed the concept of wonder into scientific fact and called it knowledge. He explained the meaning of miraculous eloquence and made the scientific format interact between pronunciation, meaning and composition, where he deliberately abstract the concept of eloquence and turn it into a magical term meaning of building of the Quran that show meaning and with expression that do not correspond to human expression. Then Ibnu Al-Zamlikani compiled his book based on precedent, purpose and ending and made it into 3 introduction. The first one is virtue of the knowledge of fluency. The second one is in limiting the location of error in pronunciations. And the last one is in how to obtain them. That's all from me. Thank you.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nuri Marisha binti Umar, metric number 2012334. Today I would like to discuss on my topic in ilmu qiraat. The first book that I was choose is Hizb al-Amani wa Wajh al-Thani fi qiraat Sabah, or known as Matan Shatibi. So let me introduce about the author. So the full name is Abdul Qasim bin Fir bin Khalaf bin Ahmad Ru'aini al-Shatibi al-Andalusi. He was born in Shaytiba al-Andalusia in 538 Hijri and died in Cairo, Egypt in 590 Hijri. Imam Shaytiba was a great scholar in Qiraat, Tafsir, Lugh, Hadith, Fiqh and others. He learned the Quran and the Qiraat from Abu Abdullah Muhammad al-Nafari and Ibn Huzayn. He was received many students also, and the part from this book, he also author a book Akilah al-Adab al-Kasir fi Asna al-Muqassid and others. So the second book that I was choose is Ibras Ma'ani min Hifzi al-Amani by Abu Shamah. So let me introduce who is Abu Shamah. Abu Shamah full name is Abu Qasim Shihab Atin Abdul Rahman bin Ismail bin Ibrahim al-Maqdisi. He was born in 599 Hijri in Damascus and died in 665 Hijri. He was a great scholar in Islamic history, hadith, tafsir and others. So Abu Shamah knowledge was obtained by the great scholar like Taqiyuddin Hazal bin Asakir al-Nahwi and Abu Mansur Abdul Rahman bin Muhammad Habadillah. So his knowledge was inherited by many students like Ahmad bin Farrah al-Lughmi and Izzuddin Maybik al-Mihyawi. Apart from this book, he also author from the Nuzum Mutashabih al-Lafaz and Muqtashatar Badr. So the reason why I choose the Qiraat, because I think Qiraat is considered as important branch in an Ulum Quran, because it contains the method of the pronouncing the word in the reciting Quran in daily life as a Muslim. It also explains the comparison between the citation Qiraat Imam. Okay, so through this, Islamic scholars have discussed issues related of the division Qiraat types, like the scholars said from the Qiraat 7, 8, 10 and so on, as well the method of the pronouncing and reciting the Quran. So the benefit from the topic that I was choose, we can avoid pronunciation and the reading error while we reading Quran. For example, in Faraj al-Huruf, which change the reading that happen on a specific word in the Quran, such as in word Maliki in the Surah Fatihah. We read with one harakah, which Maliki, and some will read in a two harakat with Maliki. Okay, before I will mention the comparison on these two books, I would like to highlight about the these two books. Matan Shatibi and Ibras Ma'ani is very related closely, and also be a reference to among Qiraat students. So about the comparison is Matan Syatibi is the collection verses that explain about the ilmu qiraat completely, and Ibras Ma'ani is the suggestion some the pronunciation in usul qiraat and Faraj al-Huruf to replace the use of pronunciation in the Matan Syatibi, or I would like to say about the I think about the syarah on Matan Syatibi. So the aim of Abu Shama is to correct the error, unravel ambiguities and the complete deficiency. So to conclude is Abu Shamah method is can to help the Qiraat student to understand more Imam Syatibi said in Matan Syatibi, and make the book of the Ibras Ma'ani as the main reference for understanding Matan Syatibi. I think that's all for me. Thank you.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurul Husnina binti Syamsuddin. Now I would like to share you guys about the next book, which is Nasih wal Al-Mansur fi Al-Quran Al-Karim by Ibnu Al-Arabi. Before I go further, I would like to introduce of the author. The name of the author is Abu Bakar Muhammad ibnu Abdullah ibnu Al-Arabi Al-Maghfirah Al-Ishbili. He was born in Sevilla on 468 Hijrah. Then he died in Fez on 543 Hijrah. He also known as Abu Bakar ibnu Al-Arabi Al-Maliki because he used to be a follower of Maliki. Then he is well known as a Muslim judge and scholar of Maliki law from Al-Andalus. He also reported having been a student of Al-Ghazali. Next, the book names Nasih al-Quran wa al-Mansur by Ibnu al-Qayyim al-Jawziyah. The introduction of the author is, the name of the author is Shams al-Din Abu Abdullah Muhammad ibnu Abi Bakr ibnu al-Ayyub al-Zuhri al-Dimshaki al-Hanbali. He was born on 691 Hijrah. Then he died at 751 Hijri. He is usually known as Ibnu Qayyim al-Jawziyah. Well, he is also known as Ibnu al-Qayyim or Imam Ibnu al-Qayyim. He is a follower of Hanbali school of the Orthodox Sunni jurisprudence, and is recognized as one of the most influential scholars. Before I go further, I would like to share with us my reason for the choosing of the topic of Nasih wal Mansur. The science of Nasih wal Mansur is one of the popular topics in this discussion of the Al-Quran scholars. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has clearly stated in the Al-Quran in renewing or replacing the old Sharia law with a new one. This knowledge is very interesting among the interpreters of the Quran. This is also one of the mu'jizat of the Quran that Allah SWT showed and can be used as a lesson for the mankind today. Thus, I chose the topic of Nasih wal Mansur because this topic is very interesting, even though the Nasih wal Mansur is known as to be quite tricky topic to understand. Next, the benefits of learning Nasih wal Mansur are aimed at the doing good to people Muslim and easing their burden. To show that the Islam Sharia is not the Sharia that is the most perfect. Therefore, it shows that Allah SWT always takes care of the welfare of His servant so that their needs are met and always preserved in all circumstances and at all the time. In addition, to ensure the development of Islamic Sharia is always relevant to all the situations and conditions of the person practicing, starting from a simple level to a perfect one. The comparison between of the two books the essays written by Abu Bakr Ibn al-Arabi al-Maliki and Ibn al-Qayyim al-Jawziyah also test the fact arguments related to Nasikh wal Mansukh, either from the perspective of scholar and history of the reason that happened at that time. However, some of the differences are debated between the two books, namely the essay of Abu Bakr Ibn al-Arabi al-Maliki's book tells about the advantages of the learning the science of Nasikh wal Mansukh, while the essay of Ibn Qayyim al-Jawziyah's books only test the argument related to asbab of Nasikh and Mansukh. Therefore, there is a slightly difference between of the two books. However, the two books is very popular at that time, and now we also use this book to be referred about the topic of Nasikh wal Mansukh. Shukran.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Siti Nurhidayatullah binti Idris. My number matric is 2113164. In this assignment, I choose topic about Revelation Al-Quran in 7 letters, which is recitation Nuzul Quran fi Sabatu Ahraf. The first book that I choose is Funun Al-Afnan fi Ulumul Quran. The author name is Abdurrahman bin Ali bin Muhammad bin Ali Al-Quraishi At-Taimi Al-Bakri Al-Baghdadi Al-Hanbali. He was born at the beginning of the 6th century of Hijri, precisely in the year 510 Hijra. He has a role in all fields of knowledge. He is a very prominent person in the field of interpretation, has the title of Hafiz in the field of Hadith, and including a very broad scholar in the field of history. He even has a book in the field of the medicine named Kitab Al-Luqat. He was renowned for his knowledge of tafsir, fiqh, history, and language. In fact, after becoming a favorite of the Abbasid Caliph Al-Mustadi, he rose to prominence as the foremost scholar of the Hanbali mazhab of his day and significantly contributed to its revival and dissemination. The second book that I chose is Al-Iqna fi Qira'ati Sabah. The book was written by Ahmad bin Ali bin Ahmad bin Al-Khalaf Al-Ansari Al-Garnati Abu Ja'far, known as Ibn al-Batish. He is a scholar of reading, a writer who was a preacher in Granada. Ibn al-Batish grew up in Granada, grew up on society and asceticism in his life, and was a student in Granada, and he learned knowledge from a group of sheikhs, and his greatest interest was focused on studying grammar. Ibn al-Batish was inclined to take from the grammarians of Basra as Kasibuih, and was influenced in particular by the opinion of Abu Ali al-Farsi, Abu Sa'id al-Sirafi, and Ibn Jinni, and this did not prevent him from being independent in his view and putting forward new opinion that no one from the grammarians preceded him to. The reason for choosing the topic is the Quran is the guidance of Muslim and is the greatest and greatest miracle revealed to Prophet Muhammad SAW. Al-Quran was revealed with 7 letters, Sabat Ahraf, to make it easier for Muslims to read and practice the law contained in it. Other than that, the reason for choosing this topic is also to show to other people that Al-Quran is easy to learn and recite every day. Moreover, it is very important to other people to learn and know about it, because it will give many benefits when we learn it. The wisdom of the revelation of this Quran in 7 letters is a proof and miracle of the Quran in terms of pronunciation and meaning. Furthermore, the reason also is to find out the opinions and discussion of scholars on this topic and which opinion is the most popular until now, and to find out where the verses of letters of the Quran are the different in the reading. The benefit from this topic is learning is knowledge is that we can know the difference in each reading in terms of pronunciation. For example, the Kinana, Yamim, and Yemen dialects. Not only that, it also provides facilities for all people to read and memorize the verses of the Quran with easily. Besides that, the benefits obtained is also the miracle of the Quran on the meanings and legal rules. Change in the pronunciation of some letters and words prepare the Quran for the process of istinbat of law and make the law of the Quran suitable for all times and age. That is why scholars need to recite 7 qira'ah in the process of istinbat and ijtihad.